for Ildemaro Vargas. The long game presented by Nutrafol, and Vargas is playing the long game, as in a pretty long hitting streak. This is at 20 games, and you heard it at 23 dating back to last season. And we're lucky to be joined by Alex Avila, who is a former teammate of Ildemaro Vargas. I mean, this is a 34-year-old player, Alex. Mm-hmm. He is this is, I think, his third time with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, how is he doing it?
Yeah, I mean, he's bounced around a little bit. Third time with the Diamondbacks. But you know how I love how, Lauren, and when you always do why I love the game, right, every single morning? Well, Ildemaro Vargas and guys like him are why I love our game, too, because this guy is a grinder. I mean, he's bounced around everywhere, right? Signed out of Venezuela as a 16-year-old, spent 7 years in the minor leagues, goes to independent ball because couldn't find a job. Arizona signs him on a minor league deal, gets a little cup of coffee. We played together in 18 and 19, right, in Arizona. Bounced around, was on 8 different teams in a span of 3 years from 20 to 22. Okay, so he's been everywhere and still coming back. He's like that guy, like, you know, he's got enough to kind of show you something, so he still gets a little bit of an opportunity. But Torey Lovullo and the Diamondbacks love this guy because he is phenomenal. And I just want to get into it a little bit because he's an amazing teammate. One of my top 5 favorite teammates of all time.
Really?
Great in the clubhouse. Everyone loves him. Just tons of energy. Extremely positive. You know, the type of guy that brings the energy, brings the vibe, right? So, we're looking at the splits here, you know, from this season. I mean, look at these numbers right here. He's hitting 367, slugging 722. Is that going to happen the whole year? Probably not, but he's on a great run. And like Torey Lovullo was saying, hey, we're going to ride this out with Ildemaro. What he does really well, he's all over the diamond. He can play the whole, anywhere on the field, you know, aside from catcher. He'd probably be able to play catcher if you asked him to. But you can see here, from what he's done in his career so far to now, I mean, 6 homers. He already has more homers this year than he had the last 2 years combined. All right, but he's been doing some stuff at the plate to kind of tap into a little bit more power. But look at look right here, on base percentage. What he's been able to do, you know, throughout his career is make a lot of contact. That's one thing he's been able to do. He's a tough at bat, and that's why he keeps getting these opportunities.
AAA? Was he like a 330, 340 guy?
He's always been that 4A guy, maybe not 340, 350 in AAA, but he's always been pretty good. But this is why he keeps getting these opportunities. Tough at bat. He doesn't strike out. So he's up there with like the Steven Kwans and the Luis Arises of the world, right, where he can put together a good at bat and make some contact and play all over the diamond. You're a prototypical utility guy, right? And, you know, he's a manager's dream. But he's been tapping into a little bit more slug this year. I know. He's been tapping into a little more power. And, you know, this is something that, you know, I don't know if, you know, he's really kind of been working on. Being a switch hitter is tough, but he has been getting on it, especially from the right side. The right side is his more natural side. He's got a little more pop there, kind of like his teammate Ketel Marte, a little more pop on the right side. But he's been tapping into it a little bit left-handed. Now, the thing about switch hitting, right, you know, a lot of guys sometimes try to be the same guy on both sides. He's not doing that. You know, he's doing a little bit of, hey, what works for me right-handed, what works for me left-handed. And we can see here, the biggest thing, he's getting the ball in the air, right? He's not hitting ground balls. Look at the difference left-handed, his ground ball percentage. Even, look at right-handed, big difference there. Getting the ball in the air and on the pull side. He's getting the bat head out in front, realizing, hey, if I can get the ball in the air, I can tap in, I have a little bit of power, a little bit of slug here, and I can, you know, drive the ball a little bit better. Now, there are some things he is doing a little bit differently from his setup. Let's get into, I just want to, you know, look at what he did from 2019 when we were teammates to 2026. Let's back that up just a little bit. And then pause at the beginning before, back it up a little bit. You can see here.
Sets that from.
Yeah, he's crouched a little bit more. You know, he's a little more closed off. Here he's a little bit more open.
I was going to say, he dives here to
big
where,
time.
Boom, where he can't clear his hips.
Closing himself off. Here he's a little bit open. He still does the toe tap, right? Left-handed, you know, he's trying to use the hands a little bit more. He's making a little more contact. But here, a little more upright, and we can run it. But you were right there. So here, upright, a little bit more open. He's got more space here to be able to get that bat head out and get through the zone. All right, and even right-handed, we can play that through. Let's go right-handed. from 2019 to 2026, what he's been able to do. This is the biggest difference for me, though. Let's pause that real quick right there. This is the biggest difference. Toe tap, and he said, screw it, I'm going big leg kick. I'm going to go bridge as many times as I can from the right side. And this is a lot like his teammate Ketel Marte. This is what Marte does from both sides. Left-handed, a little more contact, keeps it his foot on the ground. Right-handed, that's his power side, so I'm going to bring that leg up and try to take advantage of this. We can roll the tape here a little bit. But he's saying what I can do right-handed is I can get the bat out in front a little bit more, tap into that power.
I mean, that's completely different.
And this is right and left.
He's surviving on the left.
Well, this is the biggest thing, right? Switching. I switched it up until through college, right?
No, I'm saying on the left side of that right-handed swing.
Oh, yeah.
That split screen, that was just I'm surviving. That one's I'm trying to change the score.
Exactly, but this is the other thing too. Switch hitters, right? Switch hitting. You're trying. A lot of guys try to have the same swing on both sides.
Completely different.
I switched it up until college, and until my head coach was like at Alabama was like, yeah, let's scratch that. You're hitting just left-handed. But I kept trying right-handed to be the same, have the same swing and same hitter left-handed. Here he's different. You can see his stance on the left side. He is on the plate and up in the box, kind of like you were talking about Josh Young, trying to get that curveball out in front, that off speed out in front. Right-handed, he knows he has the space, so he's backed up, trying to get that leg kick, get on time with it, and have the space. But there's a difference as far as left-handed and right-handed.
Oh, yeah.
It's not so much like I'm trying to be the same hitter on both sides. I'm trying to take the strengths that I have left-handed, tap into that, and my strengths and natural side right-handed, and tap into that. And he's using that in the box as well. But I am so happy for this guy because he's the type of guy in the clubhouse that everybody wants. He's the spark plug for this team right now, and he's been one of the biggest reasons.
Does he buy himself a sneaky 2-year deal?
It's a tough one because he's always that guy everybody wants in the clubhouse, but he's always the first one to go.
4 million, hang out for him.
But hey, Vargy, let's go. Keep it up.
Why you love the game.
23 games. Why I love the game. Guys like Vargas.
That's so good. If we showed a split screen of you guys with a decade in between, what would be the biggest? I was just thinking of that.
With the size of my rear end.
Yeah, the jersey size got a lot bigger.
That's when I knew it was time to go.
And join us on Fresh Red Velvet.
Yeah, I started getting hippie.
That's
flanks. You're seeing the flanks moving.
I feel like hips
That's
are
what
good.
you know.